Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. Look at these molds I just ordered from Amazon. Can you tell what they are? These are the cutest things I've ever seen. Like, they got pushed way to the top of the list, and all the other videos I have planned just got pushed down. These are utensil holders, and they came with all of these in the kit. So you can have this size. These are the handles. These are like cheese slices, like Swiss cheese. And then you have this one with 3 different handles, and then you have this standalone one that is kind of cone shaped. And then you have to purchase these separately. These themselves were $9.99, $10 on Amazon, and you got 5 different utensils, and these are gonna go down into this hole that we're gonna make. And it also came with these caps to cover that connection. And I just can't decide which ones to make today because I want to make them all, but I only ordered one set of the 5 utensils, so I can't very well make them all today. And this one, I think, is the one that's going to win because it's so adorable. It's just cheese, and it's going to look like some Swiss cheese. It's got these bubbles indented into it. So I picked out this gold color, bright gold, and I was looking at cheese online. I, of course, don't have the right color. This isn't the right color either, but it went for anywhere from white, like Swiss cheese, to orange-ish. But the orange that I have is too orange, and like the lighter one is too light. So we're going with this. I don't know. I'm going to do all of these in the near future. I just need to order more utensils. So if these don't come out good, I'm just not going to waste my $10 utensils on them. But if they do come out good, I'm going to make like 2 more, and we're going to use all 5 on them. And then I'll order another set and we'll do some more. I have like 1,000 ideas. Like, you could do beach themes, you could do dried flowers, you could do glitters, you can do basically anything you want. I mean, there's a million different things you could do with them. So, and they're all shiny. So these should come out. This one, well, yeah, this one's shiny. I know I checked these. These are shiny. These are shiny. So they will come out pretty good. They're not matte molds or anything. So they should come out really, really pretty. So let's get started with the cheese things. I don't know how much they hold. They look like they hold about an ounce, just over an ounce. And so I'll make up 4 ounces. We'll see. So I'm going to do like crackle. I'm going to pour clear mica clear and see what we get. We're not wasting that much resin if they don't come out that good. So I'm cool with that. Let me grab some resin. I got 4 ounces of the epoxy mixed up because the epoxy is going to move the longest and do its thing the longest. So that's what you want when you're doing a crackle kind of effect. So make sure you scrape your sides and your bottom before you're done with the mixing. I'm going to remember actually this time to put my mica powder in the cup before my resin for once. And I'm only going to do like 2 ounces of each. So we'll see how much we need. Hopefully not more than that. And then we're going to zap the bubbles out of here. That is 2.5. Oh, this is probably going to bubble over. I thought it was going to be less than that. So that's 2 in there. Let's mix this one up. And this one's going to boil over, not boil over, but bubble over in my vacuum chamber. That or I'll have to yeah, it's definitely going to go over. It's too high. I should have used a bigger cup. I wasn't thinking. So, I guess I'm going to be transferring the cups. Okay, I can't see my stick, so that should be enough. It's not all that much resin, so that should be good. I wonder if I should add a little white to lighten that up. I don't really want gold cheese, but let me grab a white. I'm just gonna put some of this white in here and see if we can lighten that gold up a little bit. And this is why you put the mica in first, because it's gonna go everywhere. Get in there. I don't want to add too much, so it's either going to or it's not, and I'm just gonna have to be happy with whatever it does, because I don't want my mica powder too heavy where it's gonna sink. And it very possibly could at this point. So that didn't lighten hardly anything up. Let me just transfer it into a different cup so I can put it through my vacuum chamber. I've got white powder everywhere over here. Hopefully this cup is good. Yeah, that should be good. And this shouldn't take long in there, a couple minutes. And then we'll pour. I'm so excited for these. These are going to be super adorable. All right, I'm just going to spray some alcohol at the bottom. This is a pretty simple pour. I'm going to coat the bottoms, which will be the tops, just over those bubbles. Then I'm going to pour in the mica powder mixture, and then more clear, and hope for a cool reaction. But like I said, this is hardly any resin to be wasting if it doesn't look good. So I'm doing this up to like 3/4 full. Maybe a little bit more than 3/4. Whoop. That one's definitely a little more than 3/4. It's okay, I'm gonna just pour the clear on top of that until it's domed. And we're gonna hope for a really cool Swiss cheese. Golden Swiss cheese. Oh, that one's definitely domed. This one needs a little more. Little more, little more, little more. And a little more in here. And I do have some extra, so this did not take 4 ounces. I have probably 1 ounce left total. What can I make with 1 ounce and some golds? Let me find a mold. I'm just gonna fall back on my trusty little flower molds. I'm gonna pour in some clear. I'll do one at a time. I'm not gonna. And then I always smash it around. Pour in some color. Smash it around again. There's like 8 petals on this thing, somewhere around there. So you definitely want to smash it around to get it in all the petals. A little more clear. And hopefully we'll get some sort of a reaction in here too. Maybe I'll change the color of this so we don't have two peach ones. I'm gonna keep the clear. And what can I add to that one? Wonder if I have a chameleon powder that would look good. Let me add, I'm gonna add a magenta chameleon powder into this peach and see what happens. This is by Let's Resin, of course. Maybe I'll leave it like marbled like that. It's not gonna stay marbled in there anyway, but no, it's definitely not marbled anymore. All right, little alcohol. Clear, squish. We're gonna do this one. Squish. Clear. I think there's something in my mold. Oh, no, that's the mold. What was that, clear left? Okay, yeah, this one. And then a little more clear. And I will put the rest in probably a pendant or something. All right, we'll see what those two look like. And see you on demold. They're cured. Let's get everything out. I had a few drips left, so I went ahead and made some more of my favorite turtles. 3 more. I just added a little bit more because it was pretty clear. And then I made a teddy bear. He got a nice little crackle effect to him. Not too bad. And then let's do this one first. That's got a little bit of a crackle effect on the little outer petals. Not so much on the inner, a little bit, but not much. And then the magenta, I think it was called. Ooh, that's got a pretty purple spots in there. It could be unmixed mica powder, but it kind of looks cool. Huh, not too bad. All right, for the main event. What do you think? I don't know if it's going to look like cheese or not. I hope it does. I just don't want to waste my little knives. We're going to get them all out, and I'm going to make you wait an extra 30 seconds. Pull these out. I think these would be great sellers at fairs. I really do. Oh, okay. Let's move. We got some crackle effect. I actually think that looks like cheese. Do you? Huh. Not too bad. I wonder if I should darken inside those or just leave them. I don't know what I would darken them with. Well, I'm not going to worry about it at the moment. There is barely an edge on these, which is good. I mean, you can always fill the back or trim. I don't know which would look better. The back looks really pretty. You could see a lot of the clear in the back, but I really like them. Let's see what they kind of look like. We'll put a little knife on one of them. These things look sharp. So these are gonna go in there. First you have to put this on. I think, I'm not quite sure. It didn't really have instructions. I'm guessing you glue. You put a whole mob of glue or like 5-minute epoxy. Look at that. Do you like? I don't know. I think I like them. I don't even think I'm gonna do like 2 more. Maybe I'll do 2 different ones and just do like 3 in this set and 2 in another kind of set. Let's see what I have here. I have this knife. This is a cheese knife. I have these 2 things. I don't know much about this stuff. So I could do like one of those and like that and save a knife and one of those for another set. I mean, who's gonna know other than you? Because I'm afraid I won't match this color, and then it really won't be a set, and then I'll be a little upset. Let's see. These are super cool. I didn't even know these existed till the other day. I wonder, I can squeeze 5-minute 2-part epoxy down there. That'll hold it forever. You can see a line, I'm just noticing, where the mica sank and the clear floated. No big deal, I guess. On all of them, yeah. So, do I do that is the question. I think so. I think I will. I think I'm going to save these 2 for another set. I'm going to order some more because I have so many ideas. And let me get some 2-part epoxy mixed up, and first I'm going to trim them. Let me try with my, very carefully, because it's very easy to use a deburring tool and scratch your surface, so you got to be careful. It's best to do it on an edge. I'm actually not going to do it right here. I do it the best on the edge of my table, and I usually get it great every time I use the edge of my table, although this is working too. Just go slowly and an angle so you don't scratch the surface. Rounding corners are not fun either, and that worked well. That took that edge off. So just very carefully make sure it's angled up. And you don't have to do it hard. You're just getting that sharp edge off. Just like that. I used to hate these things, but then I've kind of figured out how to use it. Now I don't need to back coat it. I don't need to do anything. That just took that tiny little edge off, and it usually comes off in one piece. All these curlicues that end up all over my floor. I'm constantly vacuuming this floor every other day. That is perfect. A little bit more right here. Just make sure this portion doesn't touch your piece and you won't scratch it. And I can't really get that angle with this lip here. Beautiful. This one could use a little bit more work though. Just take your time. See how it comes off in one piece? There. All right, I'm gonna grab my 2-part epoxy, and gotta figure out how to hold them up. Okay, I'm not gonna hold you up. Let me grab that and mix them up, and I'll put it in a little piping bag. I'll show it to you first. This is the JB Weld Clear Weld 5 minutes. It's got a part A, a part B, just like regular epoxy, except it smells horrendous. So if you have a mask, wear it. I just wing it. I just squeeze a little bit of each one, and so far it's always hardened. I don't really measure because I'm never using that much. Mix it for a little while, minute or two, till it's all mixed together. And I'm telling you, when I say it smells horrible, it smells horrible. This is the worst smelling thing in my entire room. But this stuff, when you use it, it's never coming off. This is what I used on that snow globe to hold down my characters. And I wanted to get that snow globe off, the first one. If you saw that, I could not. It didn't matter how hard I tugged, pulled, tried. It was not coming off. So this stuff definitely works. I might have to do this again. I don't think I mixed enough for all 3 of them. I don't even know if I'm gonna have to put it in a little piping bag because there's hardly anything in here. But if you are gonna pipe it, make sure your bag's ready because you don't have a lot of time. Okay, let's try to not put it in a bag and see what happens. I'm gonna fill this up. Oh, I might have enough. That's a very tiny little spot. One more drop, okay. And then we're gonna put that on and put this in. And I see that's not going to stand up by itself with that in there. So, what am I gonna do? No, it's too heavy now. Just make sure it's straight for 5 minutes. Let me find something to lean this up against because I got some more to pour. All right, I'm just leaning it up against the bottle over there. I got to use this before it's cured. And that's enough. Pop that on. And that in. And that should hold. I mean, I guess you could probably glue this thing on too if you wanted to. Is that gonna stand? I don't care if it's crooked, as long as it stands. And that was enough for all three of them, shockingly. It was not much at all, but these are not taking much. One more drop. That was the perfect amount. Let's see. Okay, it's gonna go this way. That one will stand up. Just make sure they're straight. Uh-oh. I gotta grab that. Make sure. No. Okay, emergency. Have to shut the camera off. Okay, maybe not. If I don't touch them. I just want them straight. That one's good. Because once they're glued forever. You are not going to be fixing them. I think that's good. Come on. Okay, regardless, I'm going to get this to stand up. I'm going to finish off these extras and I'll show you the end. I decided to give you a bonus today. I mixed up 2 more ounces of resin, my epoxy resin, and I'm going to pour 2 more. And I'm going to make Eastery ones or spring ones or Resurrection Sunday ones, whatever you want to use these for in the springtime. So we're going to do that. I'm going to add glue to make it thick. So this is Pinky Keen, which is a chunky mix. And I'm going to mix that along together with Mia's Mermaid, which is purple and blue, pink and gold, all in one shot. We're gonna make a new mixture. I just couldn't let those little knives sit here all by their lonesome waiting for some day to come. So I'm like, nope, you know what? We're doing some glitter ones. Look at that mixture. Perfect for the springtime. All right, so let me I'm gonna do 1 drop of glue, 1 to 2. Let's try 1 first. And we want it nice and thick and gooey. This way our glitter doesn't sink. That is perfect, just 1 drop did it. So let me move these. We may end up, I'm not gonna pour 3 even if I have enough for 3 because I won't be able to match this. So we'll pour 2 and I'll pour it in something else like normal. Yeah, these don't even hold 1 ounce. I just couldn't let them sit here. All right, I'm going to go up underneath that lip. This one has a lip. And you can kind of see under it. Let's hope there are no bubbles forming because it's so thick with the glue and the resin and the glitter. Yeah, I could have made, I bet these hold 1/2 ounce. What can I make with this now? Geez. Oh, that one's too full. Put a little bit out. All right. Let's see. I'm going to spray the backs. Pop that bubble right there. Didn't want to pop. And what would look good in glitter? Should we do... How about... Ooh, you know what? This rabbit might look good in glitter. Maybe not. I don't know. You know what? will we see the rabbit in the glitter is the question. I'm thinking, let's do the snail. I think we have enough for this snail. We're gonna try anyway. Hopefully I do. Otherwise, I am not mixing up more. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I shouldn't have even mixed this up, but I couldn't go to sleep without doing it. Oh no, it is not enough. No, I do not want to mix up more resin to save this piece right now. I'm going to, I think I'm going to add rocks to this. I seen somebody do that. I don't remember who it was, but somebody added rocks when they were short of resin, and I'm going to do that. Let me grab some rocks. I have a feeling I'm going to ruin the piece, but we're going to try it. So I have these white stones, and adding it is just going to add the volume that I need. So, you know, it's extra anyway. So if it doesn't work and we see the rocks, then we see the rocks. And then I know for next time to just mix more resin. But look at that, it's rising. It's rising. Cool. No mixing for me tonight. It's almost up there. And I'm hoping we don't see the rocks and we can save this piece. It'll just be a little bit heavier than normal. Get in there. I would say if you have a translucent color, I wouldn't do this. But since you can't see through the glitter, I think this is brilliant. There we go. Maybe a couple little more just to dome it. How's that? It worked. Well, we'll see if it worked. Okay, I'm done for the night. I'll see you in the morning. These are cured and ready to come out, and these are dried. What do you think? I think they look like cheese. I love them. They're nice and tight. They are not moving anywhere. So we're going to do the exact same thing to these. But let's get this out. I'm anxious to see if we could see the rocks. Yeah, you can see them. You can see white rocks in there, which is okay. It's just an extra anyway. But look at how shiny that is. That is so cute. I'm going to have to doll her up. Okay, let's see what these look like. Oh man, I had a bubble right there, but that'll be covered by the collar. Oh, is that pretty? Look at how shiny. Love the colors of them mixed. I had a feeling I was going to get a bubble back there because it was so thick with the glue, and it went through and through, so we don't have that clear line there at all. So let me grab my pieces. These are extremely sharp, so if you buy them, be very careful. See how that covers, so it doesn't matter if there's a bubble right there or not. Just like that. Okay, I am going to mix up the 2-part epoxy, finish all the extras on a little fast forward for you, because this is going to take me quite a while, and then I will show you the end in just a second. we have come to the end of another video. So the 3 had the flat bag bales glued on, so 3 pendants. Here's a little teddy bear. I put a lollipop in her hand, a rhinestone on the bow tie, and colored the face and the ears. Maybe I'll put a, I forgot to put a magnet on the back, but I will. These 2, I just outlined the edges of the flowers, and then I put a magnet on the back of these 2. Here is the adorable little, see her eyelashes, this little snail. I put the duck on her back, a little bow on her ears, or her neck, and I just outlined the face, colored in the eyes. But I use black because you really can't see a color on all that sparkle. How do you like that one? She's adorable. And here are the 2 knives. So I'll have to shine those up before they go out. But what do you think about the new mold, you guys? I'm super excited about it. I have so many ideas for these. I did order some more blades, so we will do these again. Actually, I didn't even check these. These barely need a trim. These are really, really good. So I'll just take my deburring tool just like I did before and get these finished. Other than that, that's it for today. I'm gonna figure out something for tomorrow, and I will see you guys then. Have a blessed day, everyone. Stick around for those photos. Bye.